One bullet, one assassination, 20 million lives lost, 4 empires destroyed, the world forever changed. This is the story of how Europe marched willingly into its own destruction. They called it the Great War, the war to end all wars. Instead, it became the first industrial slaughterhouse in human history. And it started with a wrong turn on a Sarajevo street. In 1871, Prussia defeated France in the Franco-Prussian War. Germany unified into a powerful empire. France lost the provinces of Alsace and Lorraine. The French never forgot, never forgave. The French word revanche means revenge. For 4 decades, France waited. They built up their military. They dreamed of regaining their lost territories. The hatred between France and Germany poisoned Europe. Germany's Kaiser Wilhelm II wanted a navy to rival Britain's. He ordered Admiral Tirpitz to build battleships. Britain responded by building even more. The arms race had begun. European powers raced to carve up Africa. Germany wanted its place in the sun. Britain and France already had vast empires. Competition for colonies turned into competition for conflict. The Ottoman Empire was dying. European powers circled like vultures. Austria-Hungary wanted Bosnia. Russia wanted access to the Mediterranean. Serbia wanted freedom. The Balkans were a powder keg. Germany and Austria-Hungary signed a secret treaty. They promised to help each other if attacked by Russia. This was the beginning of the alliance system. Italy joined Germany and Austria-Hungary. The Triple Alliance was born, 3 nations bound by paper promises. But paper can burn. France and Russia signed their own alliance. The French had money. The Russians had soldiers. Together they could threaten Germany from both sides. Britain and France settled their colonial differences. They signed the Entente Cordiale, a friendly understanding, not an alliance, but close enough. Britain and Russia resolved their disputes in Asia. The Triple Entente was complete. Europe was now divided into 2 armed camps. Any conflict between Austria-Hungary and Serbia could bring them all in. June 28, 1914, a sunny Sunday in Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, arrived for a military inspection. He brought his wife, Sophie. It was their 14th wedding anniversary. A young Bosnian Serb named Nedeljko Čabrinović threw a grenade at the Archduke's car. The grenade bounced off. It exploded under the next vehicle, wounding several officers. Franz Ferdinand was unharmed. The Archduke decided to visit the wounded officers at the hospital. His driver took a wrong turn. He stopped to reverse. Right in front of a 19-year-old Bosnian Serb named Gavrilo Princip. Princip stepped forward. He fired twice. The first bullet struck the Archduke in the neck. The second struck Sophie in the abdomen. She died almost immediately. The Archduke died minutes later. Princip was a Bosnian Serb nationalist. He wanted Bosnia freed from Austrian rule. He wanted all South Slavs united in a single nation. He was willing to die for that dream. Instead, he started a world war. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia, not just for the assassination. For years of Serbian nationalism threatening their empire, they saw this as their chance to crush Serbia forever. But they needed Germany's approval. Austria-Hungary sent an envoy to Berlin. Kaiser Wilhelm II gave them what became known as the blank cheque. Germany would support Austria-Hungary no matter what, even if it meant war with Russia. On July 23rd, Austria-Hungary sent Serbia a harsh ultimatum. 10 demands, including allowing Austrian officials to investigate the assassination inside Serbia. Serbia had 48 hours to respond. Serbia agreed to almost all demands. They refused only one, allowing Austrian investigators on their soil. It was a concession to national pride. But for Austria-Hungary, it was enough reason for war. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. The first domino fell. Kaiser Wilhelm later admitted, "I no longer have any doubt that England, Russia and France have agreed among themselves to make war on us." Russia, protector of Slavic nations, began mobilizing its army to defend Serbia. The Russian Tsar sent a telegram to the Kaiser. An ignoble war has been declared on a weak country. But the machinery of war was already moving. Germany gave Russia an ultimatum: stop mobilizing within 12 hours. Russia did not respond. On August 1st, Germany declared war on Russia. The alliance system was doing exactly what it was designed to do. Germany declared war on France. The German war plan called for a quick knockout of France before Russia could fully mobilize. They would march through neutral Belgium to reach France. Britain had guaranteed Belgium's neutrality since 1839. When German troops crossed into Belgium, Britain had a choice: honor their treaty or abandon Belgium. On August 4th, Britain declared war on Germany. Germany's plan to quickly defeat France failed. The French army, supported by British forces, stopped the German advance at the Battle of the Marne. The war of movement became a war of trenches. In October 1914, the Ottoman Empire entered the war on Germany's side. The conflict spread to the Middle East, the Caucasus, and North Africa. A European war became a world war. By the time the guns fell silent on November 11, 1918, over 20 million people were dead. Millions more wounded. 4 empires, German, Austro-Hungarian, Russian, and Ottoman, had collapsed. It began with a wrong turn on a Sarajevo street. It ended with 20 million graves across 4 continents. The Great War did not end all wars. It planted the seeds for an even greater one. And the question remains, could it have been stopped? This was just the beginning. In part 2, we will explore the trenches, the technology, the battles that defined the war, and the peace that caused the next one. This documentary is based on historical records from the Canadian War Museum, the Oklahoma Historical Society, Wikipedia sources, and academic analyses of World War I origins. Follow Echoes of Time for Part 2 of World War I, the trenches, the battles, the peace that led to another war. Subscribe so you never miss a chapter.